Hello everyone, and this is my review for WWE NXT on July 6, 2016. And, match-wise, and really this review-wise is going to be rather short, but a pretty much glaring opposite of what last week was. In the terms of match quality, you would say last week was very, very forgettable, but it was better on the promo side of things, building up stories such as Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor's match, and also building up the American Alpha versus the Revival in the 2 out of 3 Falls match. This week is a little bit more, though few matches, more heavier on the action, and they started off the show with Bayley against Alexa Bliss. And honestly, this was actually a really good match, I thought. Bayley and Alexa worked very well together. Alexa looked really good in this match. You can probably maybe attest that to the aspect of how good Bayley is. But both of them looked really good in this match, and I thought it came off as a really good way of starting off the show. Afterwards, Bayley started cutting a promo about how she was trying to work her, working her way back up into the getting the women's title shot, and her frustrations of seeing Nia Jax get her title match that she had gotten at that time, which prompted Nia Jax to come out. The two of them, they exchanged some words off of the microphone, where it makes it look like they're going to be building another match here very soon, which is what I was thinking they were going for anyway. Way back when they did this original angle where Bayley had been injured and was taken out of action for that particular NXT takeover, it seemed like they could almost build another road to redemption to her getting. She had to get past this person, then has to get past Nia Jax at the end in order to want to go back after Asuka again. So again, I thought a really good segment here. I thought this segment came off relatively well, and like I said, the match itself was actually really good to go along with it. Up next was Blake and Murphy. They're tagging again up against the Hype Bros, and well, this match ended rather quickly because guess who returned? It was Rhino, and Rhino just decided, you know what, I'm gonna gore everybody in the match. He got 3 out of the 4. Later, you got a quick vignette. It's like a person was asking Rhino. Sorry, I lost my words there for a second. Asking Rhino why he did it. He just kind of walks off, no word, and we'll see where they go. See where they go with this in some way, and what will Rhino's role be with him coming back to NXT now. You also had some more build up for the Shinsuke Nakamura Finn Balor match, and this one was different from last week's. Obviously, they didn't cut a new set of promos for the two of them. They showed a little bit of their 2 from the week before, but this week was more about building it through the other wrestlers' anticipations of the match. You got like American Alpha talking, Neville was talking in there, Triple H was talking about the match, and what their feelings were about this match going into it next week. And this promo came off relatively well. I thought this promo came off as another good way of building the anticipation that, we should be anticipated. These guys are anticipated for the match, and it should come off as a really good match. So we'll see how everything goes next week. I really do assume that this is going to be a great match between the two of them, and we'll see how everything turns out in the end. Like I said, nice little video package for that to go along with it. And the final match of the night, which was also the main, obviously also the main event, was the Revival going up against American Alpha in a 2 out of 3 Falls match. You got 2 double promos backstage, like the intensity of American Alpha wanting to get the titles back, and you had the cool, calm, collected, and still intense as well, Revival with their promos, both cutting relatively good promos right off the bat today. Right off the bat for their match going into this 2 out of 3 Falls. I like the aspect that the Revival clanked the titles as teammates. I think that's a nice little touch to doing everything there, it just adds a little bit more to it. As for the match itself, the first fall was the longest one of the entire portion. It was probably, I would probably say the best fall from all three of them. Each of them had their good points to them, and each were telling the stories. You had Jason Jordan having not an issue, but they started working over his legs early on in the match, which eventually had Chad Gable come in there and start getting his beat down as well as getting his offense in to go along with it. And it all eventually leads to the hot tag to Jason Jordan, who starts running house and ends out getting a ankle lock in the middle of the ring. Both of them have simultaneous ankle locks to get the first fall, where Gable had Wilder out, or Dawson out of the ring in an ankle lock, while Wilder was in an ankle lock via Jason Jordan in the middle of the ring. So that was how the first fall ended. The second fall ended rather quickly, but the Revival kind of get back into the groove of things, make sure they get rid of Gable. And I like the aspect that they went back to the knee of Jason Jordan for the second fall, where he got caught in a reverse figure four, so it was like supposed to be playing off of his knee injury from before. And again, quick second fall here. I've never been a big fan of those, but it kind of works here because they were playing off of the story of the knee injury, so it kind of works in that aspect of everything. And then the last fall was, and here's the aspect, you didn't see any of their finishers up until now. The last fall was, again, like just a good back and forth affair, like very fast paced, very well done in every sense of it. Where the second fall, though it ended good in the terms of storyline, was a little sloppy. The third fall really made up for that in the terms of their pacing and how they ended out working everything. The whole aspect of you at the end of the match, towards the end of the match, you have American Alpha going after Grand Amplitude, but it gets countered by Revival. Then they're going after going for the Shatter Machine, but it gets countered by Gable pushing Wilder out of the way. It was a fun sequence, and the aspect of them hitting the Shatter Machine on the ring apron just kind of shows it that they'll hit it. They can hit it at any given time, in any given place, and it was a fun last fall for this match. I thought it came off really, really well. So, like I said, this week's NXT was more based around the action, just based off of how you saw everything in the aspect of a 30-minute match with a 2 out of 3 fall match as well. The Bayley-Alexa Bliss match I thought was really good as well. Alexa looked really, really good in the ring this week with Bayley there. And then the Hype Bros and Blake and Murphy all getting basically doored to go along with it. So next week is going to be the Shinsuke Nakamura Finn Balor match, and that should be a nice little treat to watch for next week. So looking forward to next week too. This week's NXT came off really, really well in the terms of the ring work and everything. It built up to what it needed to do, and it came off. It just came off really well this week. I like this NXT a lot. In that sense of it. It was a really good show this week. So that is my review for WWE NXT. I thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.